In a time when kingdoms rose like mountains and fell like... This is where legends are born.
In the village of Ifeoluwa, where the sun kissed the earth with golden flames and the winds carried whispers of the ancestors, two boys first met beside the sacred river Omi-Aye. Afolabi, whose name meant born into wealth of knowledge, was clever and cautious. Oluwaseun, meaning God has done well, was bold, fearless, and full of laughter. Their meeting was simple: a shared fish, a falling mango, an unspoken bond, but the elders saw more. "The spirits have tied these hearts," whispered Elder Babajide. "Their destinies are not alone. What one touches, the other feels." From that day, the two were inseparable. They ran through the tall grasses, raced across the riverbanks, and shared stories beneath the baobab. Even the animals seemed to know their unity. By the moon's first rise, the village knew these two would change the course of Ifeoluwa's fate. Childhood was a tapestry of adventure. They stole guavas from the orchard, wrestled under the watchful eyes of village mothers, and learned the songs of the ancestors by the firelight. Afolabi dreamt of wisdom and honor. Oluwaseun dreamt of courage and glory. Elders spoke of omens. "The river bends for them, and the wind listens. They are brothers not of blood, but of spirit," murmured Mama Iredi. Years passed. Afolabi remained thoughtful, weighing every choice. Oluwaseun's heart swelled with ambition, craving more than the village could offer. One day, while collecting herbs in the Ogun forest, a wandering sorcerer appeared, eyes like dark pools reflecting desires the boys did not yet understand. "Greatness waits beyond the village, but it comes at a cost," he whispered to Oluwaseun. Afolabi frowned. "Do not listen to such deceit, brother. Our destiny is here, in truth and honor." Oluwaseun hesitated. The first flicker of envy burned quietly. But what if there is more for us, beyond the rivers and fields? The wind shivered. Even the trees seemed to lean closer, as if warning Afolabi. Shadows were beginning to stir, and friendship, once unbroken, would soon face its first test. The sorcerer returned under a crescent moon, offering Oluwaseun a pact: power beyond dreams, respect beyond the village, but at the cost of a secret betrayal. "Walk this path and the world will bow to you. Leave him behind, and the gods will honor your courage." Oluwaseun's heart wavered. He remembered the laughter of childhood, the nights by the fire. Afolabi's unwavering loyalty, but desire roared louder than memory. Days turned into weeks. Though they continued helping the village, Oluwaseun argued subtly, challenged Afolabi's judgments, and compared his achievements to his friends. Afolabi noticed, but trusted too deeply. The elders summoned the boys for a sacred mission: to retrieve the Sunstone, a relic capable of protecting the village from drought and famine. "Your unity must guide you," Babajide warned. As they journeyed through the forest, dangers multiplied: poisonous snakes, hidden ravines, illusions conjured by ancestral spirits. Oluwaseun's ambition surged. "What if I claim it first?" he whispered to himself. At the peak of the forest, the Sunstone glimmered atop a cliff. Afolabi reached for it, smiling at the village's hope for their future. Oluwaseun hesitated, then stepped forward and pushed him. Afolabi fell, barely catching a branch. "Brother!" Afolabi gasped. I had no choice," Oluwaseun whispered, trembling with guilt and desire. Afolabi survived but was forced into exile. He wandered into the mountains of Igbo Aje, seeking solitude and guidance. Spirits of ancestors appeared nightly. "Endure, child of loyalty. Shadows are only temporary. Wisdom will shield you." Meanwhile, Oluwaseun returned to the village, sunstone in hand. Cheers turned to uneasy glances. Blessings turned into whispers of dread. The villagers sensed that the heart of their once-beloved son had shifted. Oluwaseun's triumph was hollow. The Sunstone, meant to protect the village, became a burden. Crops failed, rains arrived late, and shadows haunted his dreams. He tried to justify his actions, but every heartbeat was guilt, every smile hollow. Afolabi found refuge with Elder Akintunde, a hermit atop a cliff surrounded by spiritual relics. He trained in patience, resilience, and the ancient ways of ancestral communion, learning to communicate with forest spirits, animals, and the winds. Meanwhile, Oluwaseun sank deeper into paranoia. Dreams mocked him. Visions of betrayal consumed his nights. The hidden tribe, Ewani spirits, guided Afolabi, teaching him combat, wisdom, and spiritual protection. He grew stronger, blending human skill with ancestral magic. Back in Ifeoluwa, Oluwaseun's rule was feared. The sunstone's light dimmed, crops withered, and villagers murmured that the gods were angry. The elders' voices returned in dreams. Betrayal shadows the heart, but truth always rises. He who walks with loyalty shall wield the power of the ancestors. He who betrays shall fall, alone, haunted by his own shadow. Afolabi returned, blessed and ready, while Oluwaseun panicked, haunted by visions. In the village square, they met. Silence fell. "Why?" Afolabi asked. Oluwaseun fell to his knees. I wanted greatness. I feared mediocrity. Forgive me." Thunder rolled. The sunstone glimmered in Afolabi's hands. Shadows clung to Oluwaseun. Ancestral spirits descended, circling in judgment. "Truth is revealed," they intoned. Afolabi faced a choice, vengeance or mercy. "You have fallen," he said, "but I am not your executioner. Let the spirits decide your path." Oluwaseun begged for redemption, but the ancestors whispered, "True loyalty cannot be reclaimed by those who first forsake it. Actions are seeds. Harvests are inevitable." Afolabi restored balance to Ifeoluwa. Rivers ran clear, crops flourished, and the sunstone's light blessed the village once more. His legend grew as a man who endured betrayal with dignity and spiritual grace. Oluwaseun wandered forests, haunted by visions, curses, and whispers. He realized the depth of his mistakes, yet redemption remained beyond reach. The ancestors decreed, "Loyalty is the highest virtue. Betrayal stains the soul. Let him who destroys friendship bear the weight of his deeds." Finally, on the cliff of Igbo Aje, Afolabi confronted Oluwaseun one last time. "Your heart is broken, yet mine is free," he said. Oluwaseun fell to his knees. Thunder roared, spirits circled. Afolabi let the weight of truth deliver justice. The villagers learned, envy destroys those who drink it. Loyalty elevates those who bear it. The elders whispered to every child, "Be mindful of the friends you keep. Betrayal comes from those close enough to touch your heart. A loyal friend is a treasure. Envy is a slow poison that destroys the one who drinks it." And the wind carried the story across rivers, forests, and mountains. A timeless African epic of friendship, betrayal, spiritual truth, and the eternal power of loyalty.
And so, the ancestors have spoken. This tale becomes a lesson for all time.